Hello and welcome, everyone, brothers and sisters and friends. We're so happy that you could join us. And a warm welcome to anyone who might be here for the first time. You know, this is our first meditation of 2026. And so Happy New Year, even though the last month feels like it's kind of been maybe a half a year so far. Oh, well, we're all really blessed to be here, to be able to come together from all over the world and meditate with Sister Nay as our guide. You know, it's one of the real gifts of modern technology. Yeah, so welcome all. This is also the full moon, so I think we're in for a real treat. Um, and as most of you know, my name is Heather, and I'll be your host. And today's session will be conducted by our spiritual guide, Sister Nay. Meditation will be followed by questions and answers. So please feel free to ask questions regarding spirituality, meditation, spiritual subjects, or if you're having anything that you're struggling with in your life. And we really encourage everyone to ask questions. And you can ask questions by clicking on the raise hand button below and waiting for your turn to speak. Questions can also be posted in the chat. And if you have any questions during our session or you need any support, please just message me directly in the chat. And you can also message me if you want me to ask a question on your behalf. And if you can kindly stay muted for, the meeting, because it helps to not create distractions during meditation. And Sister Nay's signal is not very strong today. Not her signal, but that's funny. The Wi-Fi signal is not very strong today. So it helps sometimes if we keep our cameras off. And so, but if you're asking a question and you want to turn your camera on, then that works well, because then Sister Nay can see you. And if that changes, we can change that as we go along. Okay, well, I think that's all the announcements for now. So over to you, Sister Nay, whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. Hello, and Happy New Year for everyone who joined us this year. So my message for this year stay the same. We should embrace our spiritual focus, our spirituality as priority number one in our life. Today, there's 2 or 3 nuns come to say goodbye to me. Because there's one particular nun, she has to go home and she has to quit her nunhood. And I asked her, why so that you feel the pull to go back and enjoy your worldly life? She said, well, I'm run out of money. I feel that I have a lot of responsibility at home to take care. I have my salon, I have my business, my boy waiting for me. But I asked her, yes, but now you progress very well in your spirituality. And if you go this time, they're gonna take your heart away and you
We'll just wait for Sister Nay to come back. Welcome to all those who are just coming on.
Okay, if you can see me well. Okay, I start where I left off. Mm. So I feel this time, anyone, everyone who is on spiritual path, especially initiate, you know, spiritual people, being non monk lay people, you will have to get taste on your faith, how deep rooted of your faith at this time, in this challenging time, in this difficult time on this planet. I feel if you still have wavering faith within your master, within your spiritual practice, within the path that you walk on, you might drop, because I just talked with Randy today. I don't know why each and every day something always happen to test my faith, how committed I am in this mission, how committed I am toward great master, how committed I am toward Buddha. And I had to go back to my faith every time, every day. There's always something trigger me, feel like I should give up. I should just go home. I should not, be a master. I should just go back and just be a wife of somebody or a business woman, right? Not this, not this, none, not this, renunciate life. But every time I feel like that, I would just go out and walk from my hut, see the plant that we have grown, see the area that we in this international zone, see the dancing on the top of the tree, the butterfly, the bird, the bees, and what we have been achieved coming to this place, I remember with Randy, with Heather, with Noi, with my mother and myself, 2 years ago, we went to on a field trip to the sea. And on the beach, we talk about, okay, let's put money together to build a dera in Chiang Rai. The next year to come, we're gonna buy knockdown house, like a tiny ready-made houses to put on our dera. We're gonna dig a well, a water well. We're gonna work on solar panel, etc. and etc. At that time, the dera in Chiang Rai is only a piece of land with tiny dot of trees that we plant there. A little that we know that faith is like a stepping stone for us to be here at this time. And 2 years later, I found myself in this international zone. Head monk, he built this hall for us, right? Meditation hall, gathering hall, right? For us. And he built around 12 to 15 huts for us here in the international zone, for us to live here and host people. And we don't need to pay from our pocket at all at first, as the start. But after that, when we in charge and take care of this place, we continue to improve the facility here. Like the last 2-3 days, we put in a water tank to reserve the water, because in the summer, in the dry season here, it's gonna be difficult. And we still have to work on the Wi-Fi for the place, we still have to work on the water filter in each hut here, right? Has to raise the standard to meet with international standard of living in this piece of forest. But I feel, dream that we put effort, in it. We invest our attention there. And if master agree with that dream, that we projecting together for the mission, it does come true. And it's come true here. I said to Randy, I said to Heather, do you know this is the end of the rainbow? I don't know how else we can explain this. For me, I only take the step to become renunciate because for me, as a woman, it is difficult to be a master in the world and have respect. And also being a woman in Asian culture, I have to respond to many responsibility, almost like on call for other people, for me to reach them, to help them. And I feel I cannot do my master work well being a lay person. So therefore, in order to stand tall in my culture, I feel the pull that I need to become a nun, for my personal reason and for the seva. But then when Randy come, you join me, right? And Heather come, you join me, and head monk see fit that we should start international summon, right? And of course, my faith get taste every day because HYG live a family life, and he lived it well until the end, right? But I also feel halfway, in my life. I'm now 40 years old. I feel that family life does not fit with the master role that I have to carry on for Great Master for HYG. So it is a very hard choice that I chose to be here, but only because I have very strong faith. And with this faith, I can do anything. I can be anyone. I can put on any work. If Master asks me to do it, I can be anywhere on this planet. Just to know that this mission will work. I will be able to help people the way that I incarnate into this life to do. I want to see that I have a place where I can feel peaceful, blissful, and every day I can use my spiritual skill, the skill that Master put in me for betterment of the whole community, for the whole society, and for the whole world, And here it is. But still, right? I feel that at this time in the world, we have so many issues, especially internal fight, right? With our mind, with our emotion, it's not easy. And I feel that in order to stay strong in your faith, in your spiritual faith, you need to stay put, or you need to be in the presence of the Master each and every day without fail. And if you find that you struggle, you have to find that presence of the Master outside and inside at the same time. I know that for some people, inner connection is enough, right? But for some of us, we have to have inner and outer connection of God, of Buddha, of the Master. So it worked for us. Why? Because our thinking mind, our doubting mind, our mind that always go to fear, anger, hatred, jealousy, and lust, that mind is very difficult to overcome at this time. And I feel that collectively, human right now go through challenging time, emotional time. After COVID time, after lockdown time, we don't feel the same. We feel almost like there's a big hole inside of our heart, and that cannot be filled. And the rate of karma or the rate of vices or defilement right now, impurity in the world is very, very high. I saw some nuns, even they go to the market, they collapse, they pass out because they feel the impurity of the world out there beyond the boundaries of this temple. And sometimes I feel, wow, how do people live their life out there again? Bathing in those negativity, how can they manage without the presence of the master in their life? Is always fascinating to me how they can stay put and bathe into this negativity over and over without feeling that they should get out or they feel total suffocate. I just don't know. But right now, I offer a lot of chances for all of you to be here online, to be here with me physically, to join me in this caravan of love. But sometimes I feel that a lot of you just take me for granted, just take Master for granted, thinking that I'm going to be available for always, You can take time from the next 5 years to the next 10 years, to fulfill your spiritual need. I can tell you now that that time will running out, the time is ticking. And I don't know, how long we can sustain all this activity that available at your door, because we have no idea. Tomorrow, the whole world can just collapse, right? The whole connection can just collapse. So hurry up. Develop strong faith, strong, unwavering faith, and the connection with the master inside. And if you cannot have it, or you still feel disturbed with your mind very much, you need a help with a physical master in your life at all times. No? So today I will remind you again how we can make that connection inside, right? And stay there and be there for always. This is the only thing will save you from negativity, from this sea of suffering that we bathe in at this time. And hopefully you're serious about this and you make all the effort to be here and benefit every minute, every second here. Okay, quick. Okay, let's meditate. So every meditation you have to do with the connection of love, with the connection of strong, unwavering faith within the master. You can bring back the memory that you spent with the master physically. You can bring back the memory when you last saw the radiant form of the master in your dream or in your meditation. You can remember the last time you feel total bliss and total peace within your spiritual practice. Okay, so start from there, and then you can slowly close your eyes. And upon closing your eye, if you still cannot feel the pull of love or the higher vibration, you can recite the holy names. You can use any mantra that you have, that you trust that it's empowering. God power, Buddha power, Christ power, anything that you feel that you have strong faith, okay? And stay there. Within this connection, you have to sustain yourself there at best. You can use the breathing technique, Anapanasati, to remain there, to be in the flow, or you can use Surachapat Yoga that have been taught to you by your master to stay in a connection. So today we're gonna do freestyle meditation together, but with the connection of love, with the pull of love. Okay, so let's meditate together around 15 minutes, right? So 15 minutes, we're gonna do meditation silently together. And after 15 minutes, we can share love and blessing together. But during the time of sharing love and blessing together, do not open your eye yet. Okay, so let's start. Okay. Let's now be relaxed. We will share love and blessing together. So you can adjust your position, you can spread your arms or legs. Connect with Master Power. Imagine that Master Power fall down like rain wherever you are, in your room, on your house, on your land. See that when this rain fall down, it's time for the whole place to be joyful, blissful, peaceful. Share love and blessing to your whole family. Everyone that live in this household, everyone that live in the same apartment, same area. May they all enjoy this blessing rain. See the whole community bathing in love, in bliss, in peace and harmony. Share love to everyone, every animal, every human, every beings in your area, in your town. May them all get marked for liberation in the future timeline. May them all wake up and start seeking for the ultimate truth beyond this reality. Share love and blessing to your country, wherever you are. See this blessing rain spreading and covering entire of your country. Share love and blessing with your people, with all the animal, or tree, or plant, or the insect, or the guardian, visible and invisible beings in your country. May they enjoy the benefit of this blessing rain. May all beings be happy, be peaceful, be blissful, be joyful. Share love and blessing to the whole world, to all of your 7 to 9 generations who connect with you spiritually, karmically, all of your spiritual friends, spiritual family. May them all benefit from this blessing rain that fall down on earth today. May all beings from far and wide within this universe, within the multiverse, near or far, get benefit from the blessing of the Master. And we all grateful for their assistance for this spiritual school on this planet. Express love and gratitude to your Master, to all the Masters, all the Masters who teach you the science of the soul, or the Master who teach you the school of the mind, or the Master of different level, your teacher. Express love and gratitude to them all. And once again, share this blessing rain with yourself. If you have any unbalanced area in yourself, in your physical body, in your emotional self, your mental self, share this love and blessing, this healing with your bodies. And take deep breathings for 2 to 3 times and slowly come out of your meditation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. So I hope you enjoy this meditation. Is over good now. I feel so blissful to be able to meditate with all the countries, all the continents, you know. I always joined the world meditation previously. My first master, Supreme Master Xinghai, she always do this world meditation at a certain time of the month, the year, you know. And I always feel the privilege that I can join, I can be part of raising the whole earth vibration, right? And now we create this healthy community that we can do so that way. Even if we small, but I believe that each time that we join this online meditation, I have all my friends from all continents, from all walk of life, for all parts of this planet. Or maybe even galactic people joining us today. So who knows? You know? A few years ago, I have a dream. Okay. And in dream, somebody come and ask me, Master, can we put on a signal, you know, what they call like a station that repeat the signal, you know? I said, yeah, which country? Where is it? And that somebody said to me, on Jupiter, Master. Why do you have to put on a signal, you know, what is it? Signal repeater on Jupiter. He said, oh, because, you know, your such sign, there's a lot of being, listen to it. I said, really? Yes, and we want to broadcast this signal to the outer ring of the solar system. I said, okay. And then I wake up. I just feel, what kind of dream I had, you know? If it's true that you really feed into my ego, that, oh, wow, you know what I'm doing? Jupiter, yeah. You know, it's not about this planet, right? It's about the whole solar system, or if not, the whole galaxy, right? But of course, Great Master and Ishwaji and my head monk always keep me humble. Okay. But then, right, I always feel good to be in service anyway, whatever it is, that I can do in my human form. That's why I feel as long as I carry this human form, I will try my best to help, to serve humanity, to serve all the beings as much as possible, right? Because the presence of the master is really rare in this universe, right? Especially the presence of the higher level of master or the hierarchy, the higher authority of the master here on this planet. Ishwaji told us some time ago that you can count on your fingers. The higher level master that been here on this planet. And in the dark time like this, I can assure you that there's so many masters out there on this planet in different level, in different offering, in different culture, right? Or different school of thoughts. But those masters that you can feel personal connection is very rare. If you found one or two in your life, you're really lucky, because any master that pull you to go inside is good enough for you. It's good enough for you to contemplate upon and invest your attention there. Yet, there's so many masters on this planet, but there's very few good students. So we have to make sure that we are a good student every day. I myself have to make sure that I cultivate, I learn, I'm still a good student every day, even if I'm in the role of the master. Because in my human form, I can always continue to learn, to cultivate direct experiences from my human reality, right? So all of you too should not waste your human life, your human time. So is there any questions or anything to say to me? Any spiritual experience or concern? Right? Please speak up.
So you can raise your hand or put your comments or questions in the chat. This is our opportunity to have Sister Nay right here with us at our disposal. So please take advantage.
Mhm.
Don't be shy.
I'll start, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, please.
Yes, I just want to say thank you for being here and giving us this light and reminder and guiding us because for myself, I have been going through some things and I noticed that my mind gets very active. And so you always put me back on the path, easy as I'm reminded and have really the gratitude. And like you said, we are so fortunate to have this opportunity. And yet most of us live on the outside world, dealing with all of that. And so I know we have the breathing. Maybe that's a little bit of a question. We have the breathing, we have the Simran, we have the remembrance, we have this group. I'm just wondering if there's any other tools that we can use when it gets really, really intense, when we're so pulled out by the world. Or is it just practice, practice, practice? Eventually, it'll become easier.
Yes, you have to be in a company of the saints that will sustain you and keep you going. To be on your own and have a spiritual passion burning inside you and you live in a world, it's not going to be easy, Stephanie. For me, I feel if I'm not living in the community and having satsang, like 20 hours a day, I feel I would fall the same way because of intensity of negativity right now, or how stronger the human mind that we manifest right now. It's very overwhelming for everyone. Right? So you have to have all the tools possible to fight with your mind, but yet nothing wins apart from the pool of love, apart from higher commitment that you have on this spiritual journey. All of you, most of you are initiate already. So it means that a master accept you to be his or her disciple. So make use of that connection, otherwise you drown, right? For example, right now, you not wear the uniform like me, you not live in a monastery, you not live in the society where you get remind all the time about spiritual priority, right? But then you can remind yourself, I am a disciple of a master. I'm initiate, you know, and you should not take your vow lightly because master never take it lightly, right? This is a chance in a million lifetime that you have to get out. And yet, if you not make use of it, then, you really ruin your opportunity. It is very hard to be able to recognize a master, to recognize the truth, to seek for the truth in the world already. So therefore, to sustain yourself to be here, I feel it's easier because right now, it's like two-way connection already between yourself and the master. And in multiple lifetime over, it might be just you yearning for God, you seeking for the truth, and that truth never respond to you. And in this life, you already have plenty of response, but how to make use of it in your daily life? So you might have to live the same lifestyle as me, that every day I have to go through the test of my faith, how committed I am on this spiritual journey for enlightenment, for liberation. Every day it has to be like that. And you have to always bounce back, The world try to get you 24/7, but you have to think of God. You have to think of Master. You have to be there for the Master 24/7 too, right? And this game will carry on until you die. You're not safe, So let's say, where are you gonna go on your last thought? Your family, your responsibility might just pull you. Or you on your last thought, you totally commit. You totally surrender to the master, and then master pull you. So this game won't end until the last moment of your life. But you have a very good chance. I'm here. All the brother and sister are here to help you, to support you. No? It's not easy to be human at this time, but you will have a very high reward if you always choose spirituality. That's why so many souls, so many high-level souls, so many old souls choose to incarnate at this timeline. Yeah? Anything else, Stephanie?
I think that's good. I have had some that was very helpful. Yes, it's basically like Ishwa said, to be the warrior and to really take this path seriously and just stay focused. Yeah, it's like a discipline. Yeah, I realize that to have that discipline. And I do have I've been having some thoughts, on the world is shifting, right? And also when it comes to the role of women in spirituality, and because they haven't had much of a role at all, or in general, women have been, viewed as, the lesser human, in many societies. And I think that's like a collective belief, even as a woman, to kind of overcome that, to be more feeling more equal. I'm just wondering if you can say something on that, because I've been kind of contemplating on that, my own belief system and the world's, and if that's ever going to shift, and why did it even start? Since we're all human, and we shouldn't feel superior or inferior to anyone. Just connected and yeah, basically one in love.
Mm. It's the old belief, I feel at this timeline we start to shift away from those old beliefs, and we will come to the place where it doesn't matter any gender are most welcome on this spiritual part, on this spiritual achievement or enlightenment. I myself growing up, I remember I went to a temple and there's a person said to me that, oh, you are woman, but you cannot have enlightenment in this lifetime because you're woman. So you have to die and reborn again as a man to get a proper enlightenment. And I feel like, what kind of belief is this? If Buddha is real, Buddha should not have any discrimination, right? This probably man-made, This is probably somebody as a male around 2,000 years ago, written down in the scripture, right? And I feel like I'm not buying into this. So that's why I try to raise above and beyond all this system of discrimination and believe that, well, I am a human being, right? I chose to be born at this time. There's so many masters in the world. So in a way that if one channel closed for me, another channel should open for me, right? So I never actually give up. And even now I feel in the new belief, in the new world, women have a lot of chance for enlightenment. For example, anytime that I go to any meditation retreat, Vipassana center or any meditation center, I would see 80% are women as a spiritual practitioner there, and only 20% men are there. Do you know why? Because at this time, women feel a lot of suffering. We have more suffering, than men at this time, because we have to go through a lot of pain, a lot of suppressed anger, a lot of pressure from our family, our relationship out there. And we feel we have enough. Is there a way out? From this suffering? Is there any long-lasting happiness out there or inside that we can find? Even now, in my company, in my work, there's a lot of women here. Listen to my satsang, listen to my talk, and say, thank you very much, sister, to be a beacon of light. Finally, we can have a female master. We can have a female saint. We can have a younger female master in the world to give us hope, to give us encouragement to carry on every day. I got a lot of texts, a lot of messages saying that never give up. Please be around for as long as possible. Be there to give us hope that we can get enlightenment. We don't need to die and reborn again as a man to come back for enlightenment. You know, that's all belief, right? Yeah.
Yes, and
Anything
maybe a
else?
follow-up question, and that might
Mhm.
be old belief too, what I have observed within myself. And I don't know if it's true that men are able to, when it comes to meditation, they're more able to focus on one task, and women are more all over the place in their thoughts, and it's maybe biological because they're supposed to
You mean
children. What's that? Hold on.
multitasking?
Multitasking, yes. And so when I sit in meditation, I'm also multitasking in a way, and it's not easy for me to focus. But when I've talked to men who are meditating, they say, well, they just focus on the master and everything else goes away. So is there a biological advantage or disadvantage? And I know it's not in general for everyone. Or is this that's just also an old belief that holds us back, as women, let's say, on meditation or succeeding in focusing in meditation?
I feel there's definitely pro and con, in that, and not necessarily being a man or a woman to have like multitasking or can do one task at a time. I think it's the old habit that we have built in different incarnation, and you arrive here, no? But if you found yourself that you can do multitasking, it means that you have a very good chance to have a to reach the point of totality of consciousness. Because within the totality of consciousness, you aware of every realms of awareness at the same time. So it's like you watch 5 television at the same time and perfectly catch what they say, you know? So you have a very good chance. But if you find that you're a person where you can only do one task at a time, you're very good at progressing on spiritual path, because you go to one realms of awareness to the next, to the next, to the next. But ultimately, you will have to train yourself to see the whole world, the whole reality at play in different channel at the same time. So actually, you have to train both. Do one task at a time and do it well, And then if you do it well, one task, you can do multiple tasks well at the same time, right? It means that, yes, in order to have a proper achievement, to arrive at true home or such kind, you have to do everything well, right? But, if you truly believe that all this spirituality that we talk about is all about effort, then you're wrong. Because you cannot make your way to the destination without any help, okay? So good news for you is that you have help. There's a grace at play. It means that you only do your task, okay? Either it's one task or multitask, only one step. And the rest, master will walk all the steps toward you. No? And it doesn't matter if you have flaw, if you have bad traits. So what? If master accept you as a disciple, as initiate, it means that he willing to work, she willing to work, with your negative traits, with your weakness already. He know full well of your weaknesses even, right? And he still accept you. So it means that again, go back to faith, unwavering faith. You have toward your master, because your master will always make sure that he do his part well, she will do her part very well, and you respond to do your part, very very small part, no? But do it well. One task or multitasking doesn't matter. You read into it too much, you know.
Thank you. That was very, very helpful with the multitasking on all levels. Yeah, I could easily do that. Be at all levels at all time once I, get to that point. I do have another topic question, but I don't want to take up all this time. So if there's time later, I'll bring that up maybe. But I want to just pause now and hope other people have questions. Thank you so much, Nay.
Okay. Mhm. Is there any question in the chat, Heather?
Yes, we just got one posted and it's from Diane. Hi, Diane. Would you speak to us more about attuning with the master within? Sometimes we may even hear a quiet voice inside that is not our human mind. It is clearly wise and spiritually based. It is most intimate blessing, and it feels like one should not speak about it.
A quiet voice. Yes, but it's still like a manifestation from your very fine mind. But it's pure mind. It's good than nothing, it's better than nothing at all. But then I have discussion with Ishwaji on the train ride. I said, Master, how can I know if my mind speak to me or God speak to me? How do I know if this my mind will or master will for me to know anything at all? He said, well, if it's from in your intuition, he said that intuition take no time at all, right? It just come, no, with no time at all. You just know without any further explanation. But if it's come from your mind, it take time. It take analyzing. It take, how to say, some concern, some discernment, within your mind. So if you experience there's a lot of chatting in your mind for that knowledge, for that task, for that will to sink in. So it's just one have no time, and another one has element of time in it. But I said, yes, Master, but what about something that come to me, a certainty that come to me, no time at all, but later on it opened up as a vision, as thought for me to look at it. How do I know if it's not from my mind? He said, well, there's no way to check. He said, just have faith. Just do everything with love. Then you won't go away from this path. Master will always make sure that you be on this path. Because this part of spirituality that you walk on is the path of love. Either it's from God, from the very high source, or it's from yourself as a tiny ant here. You will still, Master will still make sure that you walk on this path. Do everything with love, period. Right? Or if that chatting in your mind that you say, in that quiet voice, it speak, right? Let's see if it speak with love, If it represents God love, Master love, then you have it right. Whatever is, right? Yeah. Because experience of love has to be translated in different way. That's why God created this whole creation, right? So the creator can appreciate the love in the pair of the opposite here, right? Mhm. Okay, anything else? Mm,
Does that answer that for you, Diane?
mhm.
Yes,
Very
okay.
good.
She's shaking her head, yes. Mick says no sound on my side.
Uh-oh.
No, it's fixed now.
Hello, Mick.
Hi. Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, it's better than last time we spoke. Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good now. Thank goodness. I don't know what happened. I think I had the wrong plug in the wrong hole or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Uh,
Next time I will say to the team that install, what is it, Signal on Jupiter to go to your house and do it.
And I wasn't sure if you meant
uh,
that the voice inside, if you had that sound or not. So maybe I was taking it in a spiritual term.
yeah,
That's good.
yes, the meditation, I was pretty deep in there, so I didn't know what was going on. And then I didn't hear anything, and I thought something was telling me I've got to stop meditating now because I'm sure sisters must be talking or there's something wrong here. And then I came out, and then all of a sudden I realized what was going on. No, couldn't hear anything. That's why. All good.
Mhm. Thank you, Mick. Okay, Stephanie, do you have any other questions?
I do have another question, and that's of course when the loved ones or the people we know leave the world, um, it's especially I got the news of a very sweet person that I knew that I just saw her a couple days before, and then she just had this occurrence in her life and she left the planet. Very surprisingly, to her husband and family. And so since I'm such an empath, I just, it grabs my heart and I feel for them. And I know it's all karma, yet somehow my mind gets all involved. And so, and then of course, my mom left this physical this week. And so, having her for so long, it's all these attachments. I know from the understanding of the spiritual path that it's all how this works, this world of illusion. It's like I totally understand, but on the emotional level, on the human level, it just makes me so sad. And so, how do I, get out of it? Or is it just okay to be human for a while? And I am anyway, but to feel through it. And yeah, so maybe some clarity there. I know you've already given me a lot of clarity, yet it just keeps grabbing me. And so, what is the proper way of to be as a spiritual practitioner, in this world of duality, in this world of suffering, surrounded by these family members that are suffering or friends that are suffering? Like, how can you be the light? What can you do for them? Or it's really not my responsibility to do anything for them, just to focus on the path inside. So, some clarity there in general would be helpful, especially for the people who are just deeply feel and deeply, let's say, dislike suffering of others.
Mm. I feel it is very kind and good for you that you just cry for them and also, express your emotions because of your mother passing. I have learned that actually in love, especially the part where you have to learn to love yourself, you should not suppress anything inside. And to express emotions out of love is not wrong, you know? You can do it, right? Otherwise, you're just gonna have to deal with these trapped emotions later on, no? And do not feel responsible for anyone. If you feel that you have to take responsibility for liberation, for the wellness, for happiness, for everyone, then at that time you distrust your master. You have to let your master do the job for you, you know, and present your weakness, your concern to him, to her. And that's not wrong. Because master put there to help you anyway, in all circumstances, to give your comfort, to give your assurance in your time of need. Nah? So it's very beautiful. You be able to do something like that, you know, to just be human, right? Like I said, human experience is the most treasured one within the scale, within the work of the whole universe. Nah? Being human is good. We can express love, we can receive love, we can cry for love, we can be joy in love. No? Never pull yourself away from all this expression of love. It's all good. Yeah. I see, I live in this spiritual community. Sometimes I feel people are so stiff. They just don't want to show love. They can't hug each other. They can kiss each other on the cheek. They just cannot cry if somebody die. You know, they just cannot be break down if they feel that. They just having sad day or depressing day, and I feel that that's not right. That they should hold emotions in, because you have this trap of emotion that later on you're gonna break down. I have a friend that my friend, she's not quite well. She have to take medicine for it. She live in this temple, and in the past 2 days, she just walk around naked because she just cannot lead, cannot express herself well, you know. And this is depression that she probably live her life in pressure and have to act tough, right? And then she break down and now she's just totally gone. They try to catch her, you know? So we don't want to reach the point where we have a total meltdown of emotions because you just cannot express it well on your daily basis, right? So just be in love, and whatever love come to you, just express it. No? Never try to hold back.
Thank you, Nay.
You're welcome. I'm always here for you, you know, even if I'm busy. But feel free to always text me, you know, share a picture with me, share anything with me. I'm busy, but you know, I'm here. I'm put here to support all of you on your journey. You know, I'm being your friend. I'm being your spiritual guide. I'm being your anything. Okay, that's it. All right. So enjoy, you know, enjoy every moment in your life, right? Be here to support each other. And I hope that, you know, you make use of this connection more and more inside and outside. Okay. I will make sure that I work hard for Great Master, for Ishwaji, and hopefully, you know, my help that I put out in the world will sustain you, will carry on your faith, and build up your unwavering faith every day. Okay? Thank you. Heather, if you have any announcement you can do right now.
Okay, great. Well, should you have any further questions for Sister Nay, feel free to write in directly via email to love@onetruth.love.com or seva@breathingconnections.com. And I'll post that again into the chat. Okay. And Sister Nay, she will be offering online meditations on most months, which will be announced through email and WhatsApp about the week before the event. Okay, so you can look out for that in the month. We don't always, know when it's going to be, but I'm going to see if I can also try to make it around the same time. I'm going to see if we can manage that so that we'll all be a little bit more, prepared. And we're happy to announce the upcoming IMR dates. The dates will be posted on the website and you can register there. Space is limited, so be sure to register, although we have maybe a little bit more space now than before. But if you're interested in attending, please, let us know. Or if you're also interested in thinking about visiting Sister Nay, you can definitely reach out to me. Mick has also been there. Eleanor and Kaising have visited, Roman. So if you have any questions or, you're just considering the idea and you wanted to find out more, you can contact any one of us. We'll be happy to talk with you. So the in-person 7-day IMR in Thailand dates will be April 1st through the 7th. September is to be announced. We're gonna we'll be announcing that date in shortly, and November 23rd through the 29th. And the online, we have 2 online 7-day IMRs, and that will be May 26th through June 1st and December 7th through the 13th. And I think most of you probably already are joined to the WhatsApp group, but our One Truth, One Love WhatsApp group, it's a great way to stay connected and spiritually inspired on a daily basis, and also to post any spiritual questions. And information on our upcoming events or past videos can be found at our website, onetruthLove.com. And our mission is to offer meditation and spiritual support and programs, both online and in person, freely for all those who seek them. So if you feel inspired to support us, your donations in any amount are received with deep gratitude. Every donation helps to sustain the mission and our spiritual centers in Thailand. And I'm happy that you explained to us what you did in the beginning, Nay, about just how you've moved to different places. You've built different centers now. And this is another center that you're building. But what I was realizing is that Master has put you in a place where you're accessible to us. And so wherever you are and whatever you're building, it's all for the people to be able to access and use that. And then, you are placed where you need to be. So may we all be aware of that, although there is this overlying support where Sister Nay is, that she, has, things that she needs and they're being provided for her there. There are the other things that she may need, help and donations with to support the building of the center there. So, we can all help and Seva in that way of expressing our love and devotion through money donations. And you can donate easily via our website, or there's also in the chat, there's the link for donations. And we thank you, Sister Nay, for your love, your guidance, and your friendship, and for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. It's an incredible blessing and support to us all. And we thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us in meditation and for all of your questions. And also thank you, Sister Nay, for all the videos that you're putting out. It allows us to to be with you each day and have something new, a new message or a new connection there. So we're all really enjoying it. So thank you for your time and effort in that regard. And thank you for your seva, all of you. Mm. Okay.
Thank you so much. Also, Heather, for doing all this technical work. We appreciate you.
It's all master. Because oh yeah, it's all master.
Hey, thank you, everyone. So see you again next time. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
Thank you,
everyone.
dear Nick.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Have a
Bye-bye.
wonderful evening.